welcome to Brimwood Farm, and May is here. Can you believe it? And the season has kind of got past me because we've had cold for so long. So it's time that I need to do some direct sowing. So today we're going to focus on radishes. So I love radishes and they're really great, but I like to direct sow them rather than start them off in trays and move them over. Now, if you're anything like me, you open a pack of cookies or biscuits and you just eat the entire thing, which isn't very healthy. So I've tried to start doing this more with kind of salads and radishes, and I can just sit there and eat my way through radishes. So I am going to try and grow a lot of radishes this year. Now, last year I didn't do very well. Basically what happened, I was growing radishes in a bed that was heavily fertile. And the problem with that is radishes are a root crop. And if you have too fertile a soil, there's no reason for that radish tuber, so the root, to actually swell. So you just get a plethora of leaves, big, lovely, juicy, luscious green growth, and no bulb, which is the actual radish itself. It's the same with carrots. If you shove carrots into too fertile a soil, you get all the little fibrous roots because there's no reason for that taproot to grow down because you've got nutrients everywhere. So last year I ended up with lots of leafy growth and not a lot of radish. So this year I'm going to move where I've put the radishes, and I'm going to be putting them in behind me where I've had my kale. Now, kale are heavy feeders on the soil, so they will have sucked a lot of the nutrients out of the soil, and I'm not going to amend it. I'm going to direct sow it straight in there, and we're going to see how we do. So now I've taken those last kale plants out and they can go straight in with the chickens, as you just saw. It's time to start preparing the soil to get those radishes in. Now, I'm not going to totally amend this soil because the kale has taken out a lot of the nutrients and I don't want it, as I said, nutrient rich. But I am just going to turn over the surface. I'm not going to be digging it out too much, and you certainly, with raised beds, you shouldn't stamp on it because then you firm the soil down. Any weeds I'm seeing, I'll just pull those out, and I'm just going to turn over the surface so it's a little bit lighter and fluffier, and I'm not going to be adding anything to it, so I'm not going to be adding any manure. It's fairly damp, as you can see. We've had some nice rain, so it's kept it damp. But what I do want to do is turn it over a little bit, make sure the weeds are out, and I just want to kind of rake it over a little bit because we're direct sowing. And so I don't want any big pieces of sticks and things in there to fall over the top of seeds. And I don't want it too light and fluffy so that when I actually sow my seeds, when they're watered, they kind of drop through the compost. So I just want to do that. And just firm the top layer down, and then we are ready to go. So I currently have 3 packets of seed. I've got the bright lights. Now the bright lights, I like a strong radish, and I find that bright lights aren't that strong and peppery. You're kind of doing it more for the colour and the unique appearance of the radish itself. I mean, they're not massively strong. They can be a bit watery. I'm also going to be doing these French breakfast. They're really nice. They grow into long, thin roots, radishes instead of the small round ones. They're really lovely. I've also got a heritage variety called Long Scarlet, which is very nice. And I did have a 4th variety called Icicle, but can I find it? No. So I will be putting some Icicle in. I think it's called Icicle. But for now, we will just start off with these 3 varieties. Now, if you've learned anything about me and this channel, you'll know that I always lose my dibber. So I've actually found this little metal rod. No idea what it is, but that will do the job. And what you want to be doing is you want to be spacing them out. Now the nice thing with radishes is the seeds are actually a decent size, so you can direct sow and drill them in one at a time rather than trying to scatter them. I mean, you could scatter them for time's sake, but you can see here they are actually big enough so that I can pick them up individually and sow them. What I will do is I'll put 2 per hole so that I can prick out the weakest one. And what I'm literally going to do is I'm only probably going to do 10 of each, because like all things you want to successionally grow. I might even do just 5, and then I will take 2 seeds and drop them in. 2 seeds and drop them in. And I'm going to do 5 of each variety spaced across, and then that will leave me another gaps here. So I'll do 2 rows of one variety and then another 2 rows. So I'll leave this bit. So I'll say the next line is going to go there. So I'll start my next lot here. That's it done. So I've got those 3 varieties: Bright Light, Long Scarlet, French Breakfast. I've got 6 drills of each one containing 2 seeds each, and then I'll prick out the weakest. And we'll probably follow their progress on smallholding diaries so we can see them grow week to week, and we'll see how they do now that I've planted them, or sown them rather, in an area that isn't high in fertility, where the kale have sucked up a lot of the nutrients over the winter, and now they've reduced the fertility, and hopefully we'll get less greens and more root. I will also put in that white variety. When I find the name of it, I will let you guys know. I think it's icicle or something along those lines, but it's a beautiful little pure white radish with a really, really strong peppery flavour. So I've got those in. I'm not going to water them because I don't want the seeds to disappear into the earth. The soil is quite warm at the moment after the few days we've had. I just want that soil to settle, so I'll probably give them a little sprinkling of water over the weekend if we don't have any rain. If you've liked the video, please give me a thumbs up as always, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates, especially the smallholding diaries, which is kind of the ongoing life here at Brimwood Farm. If you are on Facebook, please come across and join us on Brimwood Farm community group so you can see what's going on and also what all of you guys are also doing in your gardens. But for now, I will see you later. Bye bye.